talking about your nervous system being dysregulated, it's not just about doing the breath work or the tapping or the journaling. It's like, what are you eating? What are you listening to?
Yes.
What are you doing when you wake up? Who are your friends?
Yes.
What type of music are you addicted to subconsciously? That's self-sabotage, whatever. Not even just music, all the things.
Hey, it's Morgan, and welcome to Season 2 of Permission Podcast. This season, we're not playing it safe. We're not editing the truth to make it easier to swallow. We're not shrinking it, softening it, or wrapping it up with something more acceptable. This season is where we say it, even when it's uncomfortable, when it changes us, and even when it costs us. Because the truth is, the version of you that everyone understands is usually the version that's been filtered. And I'm not interested in that anymore. This season is about unlearning the rules you didn't realize you were following. The ones that told you who to be, how to love, how to show up, how much you want. It's about taking your voice back, your standards back, and your identity back. Fully, unapologetically, in real time. We're talking about the things people feel but don't always say out loud, desires, boundaries, relationships, identity, power, the messy middle of becoming someone new, not the polished version of it, the real one. So if you've been feeling that quiet pull, like something in your life doesn't quite fit anymore, this is your space. Not to become someone else, but to come back to yourself. This is Permission Podcast, and I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome to Permission Podcast, another episode with one of my faves, Jessica Tellian, a 7-time certified coach, business strategist, manifestation expert, and the founder of the Tapping School, one of the leading online certifications for EFT tapping and emotional transformation. She's known for helping women regulate their nervous systems, rewire subconscious patterns, build wildly successful businesses without abandoning themselves in the process. She just hit 10K on Instagram. She's at 80K on TikTok. I am so proud and honored to know you. And who would have thought that a month ago we would be here?
Is that how we're going to start off the pod?
Yeah, we're going to start it off that way. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling so grateful. Like, the way the universe works will just always, I try not to say it surprises me, but man, I wouldn't have thought this would be how it is.
3 years ago, we were rolling down a hill at someone's retreat, and everyone was like, what are these girls doing?
Did they like know each other before they came here? So Morgan and I met at a retreat like in 2022, maybe?
Yeah, maybe 2020. Yeah, one of them.
Somewhere around that year. Yeah. And we just clicked, hit it off. We were literally wearing the same pants.
We were.
In the rolling picture, those blue sweatpants.
We were. Oh my gosh.
We were physically in the same sweatpants. Like, we got close quick.
Yes. But that wasn't the first retreat. That was the second retreat, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Because we both went VIP the second round.
Yes, we went all in. Always go all in before you're ready.
Yes, go all in before you're ready, because you never know what's going to tenfold unfold for you outside of that.
Yeah.
I wish, is there a way that we could like show this rolling picture?
Yeah,
oh
I will send it.
Okay.
I know I have it somewhere.
Because just like how we are visually representing ourselves right now in comparison to that photo is like, I know who those girls are, but like there are women sitting in these chairs right now.
Yes, I have the chills. Because I feel like that those versions of us in that specific moment, we were really allowing our inner child to be out and to be playful. And right now we're like dressed up to a T, body T, hair T, teeth T, sitting in this beautiful
tell us what you're wearing.
Podcast studio. So I'm wearing Balmain Paris dress, sponsored by the one and only Morgan.
Morgan's Closet.
Amazon on the feet. $3,000 on the dress, $30 on the feet. Balance.
Oh my gosh. And it's not even about like, first I want to say it's like not about the money. It's about the woman that shows up in the outfit.
Feeling worthy to even put this on. Feeling worthy to even show my face in front of all the cameras that are in front of us right now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And feeling worthy to allow myself to be real, raw, vulnerable, unserious, and serious at the same time. Mm-hmm. Giving myself that permission to do so.
And it's funny because Jess and I experience like all friendships. They have trials, they have tribulations, and we had a trial. We had a breakup. We don't have to like dive into any of that, but like at the end of the day, like we had a breakup. We ended our friendship, and we were both in the moment learning so much about ourselves and standing up and saying what we need to say. And from that time until now, there are so many lessons that I feel like both of us have learned exponentially that have put us in this moment right now where we can sit across from each other and be like, yeah, like we did things, we said things, we moved through things. And I still feel like regardless of like how regardless of the fact that our friendship ended, I still feel like I can look at you and be like, this is my best friend.
Literally same. And it's so cool to be able to allow ourselves to do that and to rekindle, right? Because I'm 33. You're 33 too right now, right? Okay. My brain.
I'm only older than you by like a couple months.
So 33 years old. I feel like in this point of most people's lives, we say, if she left, she left. I'm done. And I almost want to I really feel called to share this because you don't need to just let people stay out of your life. You're allowed to rekindle, especially if you have that feeling. Like I had the feeling and my heart felt it. But a couple months ago, my heart wasn't as open as it is now, right? So it's like going through all that inner work, opening up my heart, doing the work, allowing myself to feel, allowing myself to be vulnerable, to reach out. I didn't know if you were going to deny me again. Not like you denied me before, but like, I'm sorry. I didn't know if she was going to deny me, but I wasn't doing it from any other space but then my heart. And so I reached out and now we're here.
Now she's on the pod.
I'm so happy.
Now she actually flew from Jersey to Texas.
Like booked my flight 2 days before. And Morgan, I also couldn't be any more proud of you.
Oh.
To see the woman that you've become. Like, I almost want to say it has been a 360 because I feel like when we do change is big and that can look like a 360 and feel like it. But I feel like when we're in the moment, we may not always realize how much we have shifted and grown in the best way possible. But seeing how much you've built this podcast, seeing the woman you've brought on, and seeing yourself really step into who you really are. It's just such a beautiful thing to witness, and I'm so fucking happy. Can I curse?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mean, that's life. But I actually really love that you just said that. One, I receive it, but I love that you said that I didn't change. I just am showing, like, who I am. Like, I've never been anyone different. I'm still more, like, if you're talking to, obviously I've like matured and learned things, but like I'm still the same Morgan. I've just become more of her.
Yes.
It's just weird because I think like, oh yeah, I have changed, but like, no, I'm still me. I'm just more of Morgan.
Yeah. Evolved, grown into her.
Yeah. And here you are with a 6-figure business on its way to 7, coaching multiple high-ticket clients, like going viral on TikTok, viral on Instagram, through all of these methods that you have learned and like evolved. And now you're going into your tapping school and teaching other people how to tap and teaching other people how to generate income and support others. Like, it's ginormous. Like, I feel like we knew this was going to happen. It was just like the time of when.
Yeah.
Which is just...
Yeah, like I had no idea when it was going to happen. And I feel like the more I listened to my heart and my intuition, the faster it started unfolding. Because I've been planting seeds for years. And it could look like I blew up overnight. It could look like the timeline was really short. And I believe that it's never like that. It's never like, it might look like an overnight success, but for everyone in the world, they've been planting seeds.
Yeah. And here you are, living, breathing proof of it. Yeah. So I want to dive a little bit into like your story. And I know that you don't lead with this, but I do know that I've heard you say it a few times, or like the stories that other people told you about yourself. And so I know that you were diagnosed with ADHD at a young age, and you were told that you like have a learning disability and that you weren't going to go to college. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep, you're right.
So how did being diagnosed with ADHD shape the way you saw yourself growing up?
I feel like I had no self-worth, self-belief. I really felt stupid. I felt dumb. I felt that I was told that, and it was really hard. It was really hard. And if I could take something out of the system in the world, it would be to take out like diagnoses, because, well, specific diagnoses. I could really only speak for ADHD, and I was also diagnosed with auditory processing disorder. The reason why I would love to take those out is because it put me in a box. I listened to what they told me and I acted accordingly. So I didn't believe that I could do big things because I was doubted. I was told I wouldn't make it through college. I was told I'd have some type of physical like impairment, or because I couldn't do the monkey bars at a young age. Which I know people my age who can't even do the monkey bars. And I did make it through college.
And weren't you in gym, like cheer and all of that, and like doing
Yes,
tumbles and all of
yes.
this? So you definitely defied the odds.
I see it as I learn different, as we all learn differently. So yeah.
Do you feel like there's any beliefs that you inherited about success that you eventually had to unlearn?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I thought success was going to school, going to college, getting married, having kids, retiring, have your 401k, and then you get to enjoy life. That's what I thought success was. That's what most of my experiences were showing me.
Isn't that crazy how they like instill that into our brains? Like that's the only way that you can have success is the American way. And like they don't talk about any of the other beautiful aspects of life that it has to offer.
Yeah.
Just baffled by their way of teaching us to live. I don't know, it just confuses me.
Yeah.
But here you are about to have the opportunity to possibly like travel the world and go live life and go do the things that you maybe weren't dreaming of or that you thought would be your definition of success. You're going to go do them.
I feel like something that I've learned in this life is, and I've learned this, I believe, through traveling and living in different cities. Never say never. I never thought I'd move back to New Jersey, ever, and I moved back. I never thought I'd rekindle a relationship with you, and I did. And I feel like it's really important to not say that, because you can, again, put yourself in a box. And what if that is the thing that is meant for you? And sometimes you will then program our mind to believe that I will never do that. And then we can block out a huge blessing. And so what I've learned is your desires can change tomorrow. You can evolve and grow into a stronger you, a more you tomorrow, a more aligned you tomorrow. And that aligned you might want to launch the business, might want to date women, might want to have kids when you didn't want to have kids. You might meet someone who's like, I think he could be a good dad. I do want to have kids now.
Yeah. Do you ever feel that you've ever had to like overperform just to feel like you were doing enough?
Yes, I feel like when I was younger, I did. And actually still to this day, there are times where, yes, where if I'm not doing enough during the day, I can self-sabotage myself to feel like I didn't do enough, right? Taking a trip out here to Austin. I'm technically only filming one podcast. Am I doing enough? Part of me can think, no, I'm here for what, 5 days? That's 5 days. So I gotta make sure I'm doing the podcast. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. When I do love that I have that about me, because I can tap into that whenever. But the past year, I've been really tapping into how can I slow down, take the pressure off, and be more in that present moment.
Yes. It's hard too when is so much hustle and bustle of the world, and we do forget even the most important things of like, what do we enjoy? I feel like the most asked question is, what do you like to do? And so many people are like, I don't know.
I remember answering like that like 10 years ago and like not having hobbies.
Yes.
Like when a guy would ask me, what do you like to do for fun? I'd be like, go to the gym, work, make money.
Yeah, like, duh. And now there's like, someone was like, I like making pasta and knitting and scrapbooking, or someone told me the other day, oh, I like junk journaling, and I was like, oh, what is that? Never heard of that before. Like, there's so many things in this world for us to do, and I love where we are going now in the world of like just all these hobbies that we can do and things that we can learn how to like love our lives again.
You know, I think it's really interesting what's coming through right now is how The Devil Wears Prada 2 and the Michael movie both came out at the same time, because yes, they're different genders, but if you just look at it from how can we learn from it in this experience that I'm going to share is in The Devil Wears Prada 2, what is praised is work, 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 work. Get your way to the top. Like climb the ladder, make sure you look good in front of everyone, work, work, work. The Michael movie, on the other hand, yes, he did work, but what I want to highlight is he stepped into what he loved to do, and he made a career out of that.
Yes. He turned into a
superstar.
I was like a pop star, but like international superstar.
And they're no different than us. So it's like, who are you going to choose to be? Are you going to choose to live a life that looks like what your mom wants you to live, or what your parents, or are you going to live a life how you want it to go? Because you can turn your love, your hobby into a career.
Yes.
The people who say you can't, run away from them.
Yes, please get away. It just because it doesn't make sense to them. It's uncomfortable to them because they're so used to that norm of like that 9 to 5, right?
Yeah.
That's what the world teaches us to do. I mean, you just stated you thought that you would do high school, college, job, 401k, like all of those things that the world teaches us we're supposed to do. So when you're doing something out of the norm, it makes other people uncomfortable because they don't know what that is.
And then they say you're probably going to fail because they're projecting what they think would happen to them because they don't believe that it could work for them. So it's never a personal thing.
Yeah, not intentionally, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I always ask myself, okay, if I'm receiving information or opinion, do I feel like I'm going to trade lives with the person that I'm getting this information from? Or that is looking at my life and telling me I can't do this thing. But is there anything in their life that I'm like, oh, I want to do what they did? And if the answer is no, then I'm not listening to their opinion.
It's a really good tangible thing to like have in your back pocket. It's like,
let me look here. Nope. Okay, bye. In like the most nonchalant way. Do you think that there's a difference between, okay, obviously you have your thing that you love to do, right? Do you think that there is a difference between ambition, being so ambitious about this thing that you love to do, and self-abandonment, abandoning who you are because of this thing?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Let's say I thrive at cooking.
Yeah.
Figuratively speaking. Okay. And because I thrive at cooking, I forget about brushing my teeth. Obviously, that's gross. I forget about spending quality time with my family. I forget about doing the painting class that I love just because I thrive at cooking and it pays the bills.
Yeah.
Do you think that there is a difference between ambition and self-abandonment?
Yes, I believe there is a difference, but I also believe that they can connect together. I believe that you can be so ambitious that you then start to self-sabotage yourself and just call it, I'm so ambitious, I'm so driven, I love working, and like praise that. Like, I love working, and there's other things that you also love. And I feel like that self-sabotage can come in so unconsciously. Like, I truly believe that, that there's so many of us in this world that are self-sabotaging ourselves right fucking now.
Yes. Yes.
And it could be the smallest fucking decision. Like, between getting a small matcha and a large matcha. You're saying you want more, you deserve the more, I'm always going big. But when it comes to an order and you see the price is $1 difference, I'm just going to get a small.
Yeah.
It's those moments that can also contribute to the self-sabotage.
And that moment is so small, yet it has this ginormous ripple effect. Do you notice it currently happening anywhere in your life?
Honestly, self-sabotage is something that is very big in my life, yes. And I am always doing my best to snap out of it.
It's hard.
It's so hard.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like the biggest thing that allowed me to really up level in this current season that I'm in was not playing small. So what does that mean? I get to say yes to more in-person experiences. Self-sabotaging would look like I say no because it doesn't make logical sense for me to book a flight to Austin 2 days before.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But so by me saying no, I would have been self-sabotaging myself.
Yeah.
Because I want this, not just for the podcast, obviously for the podcast, but like to spend time with you.
Yeah. And the experience. And
All of it,
I think too, like, this opportunity or any opportunity is an opportunity for you to actively do the thing that you said you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, this podcast is going to be ginormous. It's going to be so big. So when people see you showing up in this way for a podcast where you don't get paid, right? Because you're my friend, but like, you know how many more doors it's going to open?
So much.
Like, so many more. And I'm speaking that from like me manifesting too, of like how big this podcast is going to be. I mean, look at you, girl.
Look at you.
Look
Wait,
at
you
you.
didn't tell them what you're wearing. Do you want me to pronounce it for you?
Yes, I was just thinking, well, I can't say it like you can say it.
We have our beautiful Morgan Burton.
Never heard that one before.
She's wearing jacquemus. I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong.
Jacquemus?
Jacquemus?
Maybe we're both pronouncing it wrong.
Jacquemus?
Jacquemus.
We will insert here.
And these are from Amazon. Balance. Anyways. Any hoosers.
There's the ADHD.
Yeah, seriously. I'm like, okay.
And it's not a bad thing, but in
No.
school, we would have gotten in trouble just now.
Yeah, like, pay attention. That's not what we're talking about. Focus. When did you realize you were successful on paper, but you still were unhappy?
When I was working my 9-to-5 job. I had the good paying job. I had the car. I had the boyfriend, but I had the emotionally and physically abusive boyfriend. And I had a job that literally put me in a box, nowhere to grow. So I was successful on paper, but I was not happy. It was not fulfilling.
In that moment of being successful on paper, but not happy, what do you, in that specific moment, what did you want to change?
When I realized that, what I wanted to change was my whole life. So I quit my job with no plan. And I moved to Miami. And I lived off my savings account.
YOLO.
The money's there for a reason, right?
Right. You had to live your life and experience a little bit to kind of find the answers that you were looking for.
Yeah. And part of me could look at it as if I ran my bank account savings dry, which I pretty much did. But I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't do that.
Exactly. Isn't that weird?
It's crazy.
Like,
You know what quote I don't like, and I see it going around? It's not that serious. Do you
yes,
see?
it is.
Everything is.
Yes, it is.
And I'm such a playful person, but like everything. I'm the type to believe everything is a sign.
Yeah.
Everything could be a
Yes.
sign.
But I mean, like, okay, yes, it is that serious, but it's also really not.
Yes,
Like,
I agree.
it matters. Everything you're doing in your life matters, right? Because this is your one life. So, like, obviously, don't waste it on some BS.
Yeah.
So it's not that serious in that sense, but like also this is your only life to live. So what are you doing to make it count? And isn't it weird that in order for you to actually live this life, you have to go through these experiences? I think we
Yeah.
forget that part sometimes.
I think we think it is only going to be good things. And the bad, the heaviness, the darkness, whatever you want to call it, is going to be there. Like, and I'm not projecting this, it's an actual law of the universe. You can't have light without dark, good without bad. So it's always going to be there.
Yes. What's the other one? That's the whole point. That's another saying that's going around. Like, that's the point.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the point or something?
Yeah. Isn't this the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the point for you to see the other side of the darkness is because you have to experience the darkness. And it's not always dark. I think we just, as humans, just assume if it's not going so amazing, then it is just a dark thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why we do that to ourselves.
I mean, right now we have social media
yeah.
that's only showing the highlights.
Showing the highlights. And I feel like a lot of people are actually getting better at showing the realness. Being that you have spent enough time to kind of calm your nervous system, or at least notice when you feel dysregulated. Why do you think that so many women have built these successful businesses and just success in general while they've been secretly dysregulated?
I believe it's because we are shown, again, from a young age that this is what success is. And if you're not working hard, you're not doing enough. And you have to work hard. Being in survival is how you're going to get there. And that's what I used to believe as well. It has to be hard.
Yeah.
So I would self-sabotage myself and make my filming even harder, put more barriers to entry on the things that I did. And now I believe the opposite. I believe that it doesn't have to be hard. It gets to be easy, and it's not going to be just a slide with flowers and rainbows.
It's not going to be a game of Candyland.
Yeah. There's going to be discipline and boundaries along the way. And what I believe is going to be the hard part.
Yeah.
Because that's not easy.
No.
So when I say easy, it's not like, manifesting from my bed. I know I could do that. And the hard part is setting the boundaries.
Yes. For me, just in context to that, the hard part is the consistency. Is okay, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m., wakes up at 7:30. Okay, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m., wakes up at 6, does it. Okay, then wakes up at 6:30, right? It's that consistency. I still think, though, there is a lot of beauty in, like, the at least trying part.
Yeah. Yes, I'm not discarding you. Yes, absolutely. Something that's been coming up for me is when you make a commitment to yourself and you follow through, that's how self-trust is built and self-belief is built. And it starts with those small things. Waking up at 6, actually getting out of bed at 6.
Yeah.
And I believe when you say it and you're not doing it, there's something in your life, I believe, that's like not aligned because you're not able to allow yourself to stick to your word.
Yeah.
That's what I've found in my own experience.
I keep telling myself, well, maybe you're just not a morning person, Morgan. Maybe you are just a 7:30 wake up person.
Maybe you are. And you don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. It's about what you're doing when you wake up.
Yeah.
It's not about how early we wake up. It's about what we do with our time. So you could wake up at 9 a.m., sleep in.
But at 9 a.m., it's time to get stuff done.
But if you wake up at 5 and you're forcing yourself to do these things,
Yeah.
you don't need force.
Yeah. It should be like you open your eyes and you're so excited.
Yes. And then that's where the energy and frequency of joy come in.
Yes.
And happiness. And those are the highest frequencies in the world. So you're going to keep attracting that versus waking up at 5 a.m. because you saw someone online do it. And the 5 a.m. club, that's what we're supposed to do. And now you're dragging from 5 to 9. And at 10, you take a nap. And then you feel more groggy. So the 30-minute nap turns into 4 hours of feeling like shit.
Right. And then you need 3 cups of coffee.
Yeah. And then your nervous system is even more dysregulated because when you drink coffee right when you wake up, it spikes your cortisol levels.
Yes. There are so many things that we need to remind ourselves as humans.
So many.
Wake up at 5, drink lemon water, drink matcha, take all your vitamins, don't forget your olive oil shot, don't forget to eat your like so many things. How do you how do you
remember?
Yeah, like how do you remember to do all these things?
I don't. I definitely don't. But when I do remember, it's because I put visual reminders for myself around my house.
Yeah.
So like just like you have sticky notes around your house, just like I do as well. And I've also have been recently been learning how I haven't like shared this, or I don't know how I'm like trying to share this, but I started a new lifestyle diet thanks to Morgan.
Hey.
The anti-inflammatory diet. Okay, we're toning out. We're not looking like an Oompa Loompa anymore.
Oh my gosh, you weren't.
I know, but whatever. The picture of me rolling down the hill, I was like snatched, and now I'm like, but I'm not so much because I've been on it for a couple weeks.
You
But
got body.
I got body. And it's interesting because I've been wanting to shift something in my diet, not because I feel fat, but because I feel inflamed. And when I rekindled the relationship with you, I actually was able to stick to that lifestyle. Of course, there's here and there, and I'm like, whatever. But then I come back, I'm like, no, I want to feel like this.
Yes.
And so to answer your question, when I come back to really why am I doing this? Why am I drinking lemon water? Is it because someone told me on TikTok to drink lemon water? And I don't even know that girl. She just went viral. I'm never going to see her again. But she said to drink lemon water to have a snatched waist. And now I'm forcing myself to do it because I don't love myself. So I think this is going to help me love myself. And what if it's actually going in a different area of your life? And then you're going to actually be able to drink the lemon water with more ease and with no force.
Yes.
So where don't you love yourself? Let's talk about that.
Where do you what do you think? Okay, so you're saying that you think that rekindling our relationship allowed you to receive the yes to let me try to change my eating, like,
because I've been trying for years. This was the first time I was literally able to commit to something for 3 weeks.
has it been 3 weeks already?
Yeah, I swear to God.
And how do you feel?
I feel great. I feel so much like self-respect for myself.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like, yeah, I'm feeling good and looking good, but like, wow, I've been trying to do this for so long. Like either take out gluten or take out dairy or do some type of commitment with food. And I was able to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm still learning like what was the thing, but I just know it's connected with rekindling this. So I'm still learning, figuring that out.
Who would have known that me finding out I'm allergic to the sun and the moon would help you out? That's crazy though. And the thing is like food is connected to everything. And when I learned that I had all these allergies and learning that it's literally in all of the foods that we eat, and that I've wanted for years to also live this holistic lifestyle, this full raw-based, plant-based, not plant-based because I do like to eat meat, but like raw-based diet of foods, it was always this like, oh, well, I'm going to try. But now that I'm actually forced to, it is so crazy seeing all the foods, the ingredients of foods that we eat. So no wonder we don't feel good. We have low self-esteem. We have days where we don't feel well. We have like just headaches and all these things is because we're eating crap. And we can't actually like actively make the best decisions for ourselves when our minds are hazy with the food that we're eating.
Yes.
I feel like I've just been saying it's crazy.
It is. It's crazy, but it's true. Talking about your nervous system being dysregulated, it's not just about doing the breath work or the tapping or the journaling. It's like, what are you eating? What are you listening to?
Yes.
What are you doing when you wake up? Who are your friends?
Yes.
What type of music are you addicted to subconsciously? That's self-sabotage, whatever. Not even just music, all the things. But it's like all the things. So like
Yes.
food.
Yes. And then what are you listening to? I'm one of those people now, and some people will call this like here I go with crazy, like psychotic, but like I love to drive without music on. I love it. I'm fully aware of what's happening around me.
Yeah.
It's just more peaceful, more calm. Mind you, Feluke loves to put Future on, blast it up, and I'm like, I'm overstimulated right now. But like she loves that. That's what fulfills her when she's driving.
Yeah.
And so it's just interesting that you say like what you're listening to or what you like. You're able to notice how your body feels in certain scenarios.
Yeah.
After you've eaten something, after you've had a conversation with someone, when you're in a conversation with someone, when you are, listening to a podcast or listening to music. Like there are so many things of your life that affect the decision making that takes place in your body. I'm going to head into one of your favorite topics, manifestation. What do you feel like people misunderstand about manifestation?
Oh, what do I feel like people misunderstand about manifestation? Well, it depends on which people I'm talking to because there's a lot of different like misconceptions. But if I were to say one thing, I think what a lot of people misunderstand is they get so caught up on the tools and the techniques. What prompt am I supposed to journal on? What prompt am I supposed to put into ChatGPT to manifest my dream life? How many breaths am I supposed to take? Which podcast do I need to listen to? When they forget, it's so much more than it's beyond the tools and the techniques. Those are helpful and they work and I love them.
Yeah.
But if you are not doing the inner work, showing up like that version of you, no tools are going to work. So it's about your frequency, your energy, what you're eating, what you're listening to, who you're surrounding yourself with. That's how you're manifesting your future.
Yes. All the antennas.
And then the last thing that I want to say on this, although there's so many more, is we're always manifesting. You're not just manifesting in your morning and your nighttime routine when you're listening to subliminals. That's not only when you're manifesting. You're manifesting 24/7, whether you believe it or not. Every religion just calls it something different.
Yes. There's a big difference between stepping in a room and just being another person in the room, or stepping in the room and feeling like you are a part of the room. And I think as women, especially queer women, we are sometimes lost in the identity of what the world thinks we're supposed to be as opposed to what we actually are. So I have created the WOW Collective, rooms where we can show up exactly as we are, connect with the women around us, have real conversations that leave us getting a new number, making plans the next week, and don't have you second guessing the decisions to leave your house. The WLW Collective is a space where you can show up exactly as you are, make real connections, real friends, and leave with a cup that is full. So, manifestation doesn't fall under religion, do you think?
Whenever I see comments on my videos from very religious people, they hate on it. Mm-hmm. And I have friends who are religious and also love and believe in manifestation.
Yeah.
I feel like there are certain people and religions in the world that just put negative connotations on certain things. And when you think of manifestation, how I want to speak into it is manifestation starts with self. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in a lot of religion, it's like, no, it's not you. It's only the higher power. And look, I love God. I love God. Me and God are like this, okay? But I feel like religion tries to take our power away so much. And I can't speak for all religions, but just like in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my personal experience.
Valid. Very, very valid. I think it really just is about your relationship, right?
Yeah.
And what you're speaking to yourself, to God, to your friends, that is considered a manifestation.
Yeah.
I think we forget that it doesn't have to be labeled as manifestation or prayer or, whatever the case may be. But what you are saying is what you are believing. What you are doing is what you are expressing to the world that you want. Manifesting.
Yeah.
It doesn't, what's that saying? It's not that serious.
It's not that serious. Something that clicked for me a couple years ago that I didn't even know this was you don't have to be religious to believe in God. When I heard that, it blew my mind because when I grew up, my mom was Jewish, my dad was Catholic or Christian. I still don't even know what religion he was because no one's religious in my family, but I grew up as both. So like that was a very interesting experience. And, that's a whole nother podcast diving into that. But I was always so weird with religion. I was like, oh, it's just like, I don't know. It's scary. It's weird, blah, blah, blah. And as I got older, I wanted to explore it. So I started going to church, tried to read the Bible, tried all these things. And then I came across this quote. I was like, oh, shit. And now I'm just so much even more connected with God.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not religious.
Yeah. I don't think he wanted that. I think he wanted everyone to have a relationship with him.
Yeah. We're all the same people, right?
Right, homie? Just playing. I'm just playing. Do you think that someone can manifest success while emotionally avoiding themselves?
Yeah, you would have to work really hard. You can manifest anything with hard work.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I like to teach manifestation is the path of least resistance. It happening when the stars align, when it's magical. Like just running into my future husband or, oh my gosh, of course they want me on their podcast. Like that's what I love. Honestly, that's what I like to happen. I call them like the God winks, right? Like when God's winking at you, like, of course. When you're with that friend where things just happen so smoothly, it's like magic. It's like, what's happening today? Why is like the best thing happening?
The parking angels are finding you the spot up front.
That's what I believe your life can be all the time.
Yeah.
And I also believe you can work your way into manifesting and you're working your hard way into it.
Yeah.
Like controlling everything.
Yeah. I think there's a beautiful piece of, yes, the manifesting and believing that your life can be that way. But I also think it's always you shifting to just being grateful for all of the things, no matter what they are. Mm. Because, yeah, the parking angels are there, but also maybe the parking angels wanted you to park in the back because you've been complaining about how you haven't gone on your walks lately or that you need to actually get 10K steps. So they're telling you to park in the back. So then there's the gratitude of like, okay, I see what you're doing, If
the person listening to this can start anything in their manifestation journey, I would say is that find the good in everything throughout your day because that's connected with gratitude. So you may not have gotten the first parking spot, like Morgan said, but you got the one in the back. And so now you're just getting extra steps in. And it's like a little bit of delusion, a little bit of just crazy positivity. Yes. But how can we do that?
Yeah.
How can you do that? Because that really just takes the edge off of your life.
We need bubble cigarettes. Something to take the edge off. That would have been so fun and cute.
I have no idea what bubble cigarettes are.
Have you ever seen like the cigarette gum?
Oh, yeah.
That looks like a cigarette and you just chew it. Well, they have like a cigarette that has bubbles in it and you just blow it and bubbles come out.
Oh my God, that's cute.
TikTok thing. I know. I saw it on TikTok. How much of manifestation is actually nervous system work?
You cannot consciously manifest from a dysregulated nervous system.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't manifest what you're consciously saying you desire from a dysregulated nervous system because the universe is going to keep slapping you in the face.
Yeah.
It's going to keep
much confusion.
Yeah.
Can you give a scenario?
Okay, yeah. So let's say you want to hit 10K months in your business. That's what you're consciously manifesting.
Want to make $10,000 a month in your business.
You consciously want to manifest $10,000 a month in your business. Wait, I'm kind of blanking out. What was the question?
You were giving a scenario on how your system.
Oh, yeah, nervous system. Okay. So you're consciously desiring to manifest 10K months in your business. But if your nervous system is dysregulated, you may not energetically allow yourself to be open to receive a 10K client, or think bigger to shift your business model in a different way, because thinking bigger isn't safe, because your nervous system was trained that if you think big, something bad happens. So when you regulate your nervous system, practice sitting in silence, practice the breath work. Tapping regulates your nervous system. You know, we've said so many things in this episode. You're shifting your energetic state. You're opening up your receiving energy. You're letting go of all the control, all of the hard things that have to happen.
Yeah.
And pop, an email just came in to you. But maybe you were so dysregulated that you were going through deleting your emails without being so aware, because something bad just happened, and bam, bam, and you delete that email. That literally happens. I've literally experienced things like that.
Dang. Yeah, that's so true. Like, you're so in the, oh my God, and then you don't see the blessing that's right there.
Yeah, sometimes it's always in front of you. But we could be so dysregulated, thinking that we won't be able to receive it.
Yeah.
Because we're not ready to receive it. We're not in that state of...
But you can't receive it if you got no idea what's going on. Hello.
What do they say? The ideas always come when you're in the pause, right? So like, you know, when you're at the beach and you get this great business idea?
Yes. Or on a walk. Yes. Or like the moments when you're like forced, for instance, for me, I was sick the other day. I was forced to literally lay down. And the whole time I'm just like thinking. And I'm like, where were all these thoughts when I was like ready to work?
Yeah.
When I was not sick.
Yeah.
Now I'm here and I literally can't work and everything is flooding to me.
Yeah. And I feel like what's connected to that, what's connected to us women not allowing ourselves to rest, is we don't trust that the thing's going to happen. So then we don't trust the masculine energy to do its thing when we're in our feminine.
Yes. Yes. The duality of masculine and feminine. So I'm going to head into like some nervous system, because we obviously are talking about nervous system stuff right now. But what do you think happens when a woman builds a business from survival mode?
Their calendar is so booked. They're doing everything in their business. They don't have anyone helping them. They are not delegating because they don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more to that.
I just think like type A woman who is freaking out.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having a booked calendar and no one to help me. That just gave me so much anxiety.
And there are also people who have the help, but they're still taking more and more and more on.
Yeah. I just got so much anxiety from that statement.
Oops. So,
how do next question.
all right, well, I won't ask what I was going to ask.
No, say it. Go ahead.
Is that something you're experiencing in your life right now?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, you saw my message
Yeah.
from my assistant on the way here.
Yeah.
She's like, do you have stuff for me? I'm like, yeah. Oh, man. That's so funny that, like, it does, because... Anyway, yeah, well...
And it's not a bad thing.
I think it's, like, at that point where it's like, yay, I have, like... I'm at the point where, yay, like, I need an assistant. But then it's also like, oh, wait, am I going to give that job to you? And then if I give the job to you, am I doing enough at that point, you know?
What I would love to say to you and everyone who's watching this is just starting small. Because I was there too before I hired my assistant. I'm like, how am I going to trust anyone to do this? Because it's my business. It's built for me. No one knows me fully. It's my creativity. But she can do things like send a Zoom link. She can do things like create a spreadsheet for me if I delegate very clearly.
Yeah.
And when she doesn't do what I want to be done, I ask myself, have I delegated clearly? Am I asking her, do you understand?
Yeah.
And what I've learned is even in the beginning, people aren't going to do it how you're going to do it. But how do you expect yourself to grow if you're holding on to all of the things? It's like you're a plant that has finally outgrown its home. And so then it stops growing because it's holding on to the base for so long.
Yes. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
How do emotional patterns show up in branding, sales, and visibility?
How do emotional patterns show up in branding, sales? It depends on which emotional patterns. Can you give me like another more specific question?
Okay, let's do fear. How
Okay.
does fear show up in branding, sales, and visibility?
Oh, well, let's stick with one. Which one should I talk about? Because it's too much for my brain right now. Think of all three.
How do emotional patterns show up in branding?
So how does fear show up in branding? In my business?
Yeah, sure.
Not showing my authentic self because I fear that I'm going to trigger someone. I fear that I'm going to make someone upset. So I don't fully share what I think. I don't share my controversial takes. I don't show who Jessica really is because I have a fear of being judged. So my brand, which is me, I could have fear, and that's that emotional pattern. So not fully showing up. And I think that's not the best thing if you're trying to manifest a 7 or 8 figure business.
Yeah. Do you notice that fear or like the fear in the sales aspect of that?
Like, what do you mean?
So you touched on branding.
Yeah.
Can you touch on the sales aspect of that?
Yeah. Like having fear in sales, having fear that what if no one signs up this month? What if I don't sign this client? That can show up and that can energetically push you away from attracting those sales. Yeah.
Yeah, just the fear, and it can kind of trigger all of the aspects of your business.
It's like, what are we really fearing?
Yeah. This is the fear of success. The fear of who you become if you become successful.
I've learned that a lot of us fear other people judging us, fear other people thinking we're a different person.
Or like we've changed. Is that what you mean?
Sure. And the fear of people having a different idea of who we are.
Oh, like who we are in person as opposed to who we are on camera.
Yeah.
All of the above, basically.
Yeah.
I guess too, that is one of my, I don't know, I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, I don't care.
In what sense?
I don't care if you think that I'm different than what you thought I was going to be.
What if you were thrown under the bus for something that you didn't do?
I think there's also my own sense of integrity of knowing like, well, did I do this thing that I'm being accused of? And I think there comes to a point in your life where you can either like prove yourself and make this statement, or you can be like, if I didn't do this thing, then it's not my job to make you understand me. It's my job to make sure that I stand in my integrity and who I am and continue to be that person. So if I've been accused of something that I didn't do, am I going to take time out of my schedule to make sure that it's known and I defend myself? I don't think that that's necessarily necessary. I think that my only job and duty is to continue to be the person that I am. And if anyone has questions or questioning me about who I am, I think it's also, and I wish more people were like this, come straight to the source. Come straight to me and ask me the questions, because we're both adults numerically, right? We're both adults, but like maybe on the mature aspect we might not be, but like we're at the point in most of everyone's stages, regardless of how old you are or whatever, you can have a conversation with somebody. Ask them the questions directly, because if someone's been accused of doing something that they didn't do or whatever the case may be, you become just as much of a culprit by going and sharing this thing when you don't actually go speak to the source. You become just as bad as you think the other person is. So, I don't know, I feel like I went off on a tangent.
Yeah, but I think it was very well said. And I'm like, yes.
At the end of the day, like, it's not my job to get you to like me.
Yeah.
It's my job to make sure that I like myself.
Yeah. And knowing that you are in integrity, and it doesn't matter what other people think. And no one can tear you down unless you let them tear you down.
Yeah, and unless I'm harming you or putting you in danger, like, what's the...
I think, they just need to go rub some grass.
Rub some grass. Bring
Your
some Palo
feelings are-
Santo.
Your feelings are valid, and take a moment. Don't react to respond.
Yes.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah.
Is, are you reacting or responding? And this goes for everything in life.
Yes.
Are you mindlessly reacting or consciously responding?
Yes. And another thing too is, like, if you're in a moment where, like, people are saying things about you, whatever, like, there's one thing to, like, sit and have a conversation about a scenario, right? But if I'm talking about somebody and they're not here and I'm talking negatively about them, like, that's then gossiping.
Yeah.
But if we're sitting here and we're just, like, having a discussion about somebody, but if I'm putting name on someone else's character and they're not here to defend themselves, like, then we're gossiping.
I don't feel like I've ever dropped a name when I shared a freaking lesson or story. I might have when I was younger. But, like, now that I've become conscious, awake, alert, I don't feel like I have.
Yeah.
And there's part of me that wanted to so bad in certain moments. But I really was like, no, that was my ego that wanted to.
It's also, like, says so much about your character too. By not
gossip.
Yes.
That gets to be gossip. Yeah. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, talking to your close friends, telling them if they knew that person, you know, that's different. And you're not gossiping. They're holding space for you.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes. There's such a big difference. And I think people forget that part.
Yeah. Like, that's public and this is private.
Yes. Yeah. It's weird too, because I feel like that is actually still happening so much. Like, I just went through a scenario where there was, like, gossip happening, and I'm like, why didn't anyone ask me?
Yeah.
It's just interesting how, you know, but I think that we're good humans, and I know that there are several other good humans in this world, but there is, like, I don't even know where I'm going. Like, you could come straight to me.
Yeah. I think that's the story. That's the lesson.
Yeah.
Of, like, if someone did you wrong, if you think someone did you wrong, go right to them.
Right. It's your duty to just be yourself, but it's also your duty, like, if you have questions, go straight to the source.
Yeah.
Don't become like everyone else.
Because everyone has a different perception on all the things. So things are going to get misunderstood.
Yes. It's like that game Telephone.
Yeah.
Where you, like, say... and then it goes around.
Yeah. Things
almost every time when it gets back to the person who said it is the complete opposite of what was said.
So, moral of the story, know your truth. Yes. Stay in integrity, and don't let the people who are not in integrity project and bring you down.
Yes. Yeah. Being that we're on the subject of, like, integrity and authenticity and being true and honest, what does a magnetic person, or, like, what makes someone magnetic online?
What makes someone magnetic?
Because you have a whole course on, like, virality, right?
Yeah.
So it's my assumption that in order for someone to, like, continue to grow, and it's one thing to go viral, but to have people actually tune into the message continuously, like, there has to be some type of magnetism to you.
I feel like it comes back to authenticity. And I have 2 examples. 3. I always give these 3, I feel like. We have Shelby Sapp. We have, I was going to say Channing Tatum. Leo Skeppy.
Yeah, I love him.
Doesn't he look like Channing Tatum?
He does.
So we have Shelby Sapp, Leo Skeppy, Cardi B.
Yeah, okay.
What do they all have in common, Morgan?
They literally don't give an F. They do whatever they want.
Are they magnetic, Morgan?
Yes.
Do they have, like, a cult following?
No.
Well, not in a bad way.
Not in a bad way.
Like, do they have Do they?
They have like their people, like they have their people.
Yes, they have their people and they go hard for them.
Yes.
I believe that's what makes you magnetic online. You don't need to curse. You don't need to wear Prada. You don't need to wear Balmain. Jacomis. You don't need to have braids. You don't need to have highlighted hair, fillers in your face. You don't need anything. You just need to be authentic and be you.
Yeah.
And that's what makes things go viral. You can also force yourself in going viral. And it's like, is that the energy that you want to step into?
No, you want it to be so fun and playful.
Because like going back to the manifesting, you can manifest your way there through hard work. Copying, reading off of things. And look, there's nothing wrong from reading off things, right?
Right.
We can't remember everything.
Oh,
but like
girl.
making it really hard, sure, you can get there. But don't we want it to be fun and flowy and easy?
Yes. What's that saying? It's not that serious.
It's not that serious.
Like it should be fun. You just shouldn't have to put, another podcast, we were talking about like being performative. And it is exhausting to put the clown makeup on and the button nose and to put your whole performative outfit on. It is exhausting to do it every single day. And the more and more and more you do it, the more you forget who you actually are.
Yes.
And Cardi B and Ashley Sapp and
Shelby Sapp, Leo
Oh,
Skeppy.
yeah. Wow.
Like, they are just straight picking up the phone and talking. Cardi B was outside in the New York streets with her fucking Palo Santo selling her CDs. Do you know how much virality that took from her? And look, you don't have to be Cardi B level to get virality like that.
Yeah.
You just have to be you.
Yes.
Because abundance is your birthright.
Yes.
You were
Ooh,
meant.
Yeah.
Abundance is your birthright. So the more authentic you are, abundance is attracted to authenticity.
Yes. Yes.
But it's, can I be myself? Because when I was younger, I was told I was stupid, I was ugly, I was nosy. So that's why healing is the answer to heal yourself. And the more you heal, the more authentic you become.
Yeah. And it's not just one quick little, okay, I'm healing now. Girl,
Reiki session.
It's a process and it is a journey.
And if we talk about healing for a quick minute, I feel like, you asked me that question about manifestation. What do people get wrong about it? Mm-hmm. I feel like where people go wrong in the healing space is they just want to see a psychic. They just want a Reiki session. They want someone to tell them their future. They want someone else to heal them.
Yeah, you actually have to go through, you have to kind of remember the experiences that you've had, whether they were good or bad. And your job is to learn why you reacted the way that you did in the moment so that you can not act like that anymore and integrate the new things that you've learned for your life moving forward. Otherwise, you're going to continue to do that same reaction over and over and over and over again. It's called integration.
That needs to be a clip.
And there are people that will go and do these retreats, the Reiki, all these things, but not actually take what they're learning and put it into action.
Yeah, whether it's plant medicine or not plant medicine,
Mm-hmm.
you have to apply.
Yes.
Put it into action.
That is the hard part.
That is the hardest part.
The easiest part is going and doing the retreat.
Yeah.
They say too, the hardest part is getting to the gym, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of similar in the doing the work part, whereas actually the easy part is going and buying the ticket. People think, oh, I just spent $3,000, on a retreat. That's the easy part. The hard part is getting back home from the retreat, going back into your normal life and trying to take all of the tools and the modalities that you've learned and use it into the real world now.
I remember that.
And you can do it.
I remember that. I had to cut a lot of people off. It was like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. I was one of them that were cut off. So it's just it's part of the process. It's just part of the process. And because I was in my own process, I never actually took it so heartbreaking or obviously it sucked because you're my friend. But I knew okay, this is what she needs right now.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at her.
Yeah.
I can't it's just part of the process
now. It's never personal.
Yeah. I didn't, yeah. And I think because we were both in our like journeys of healing ourselves, like I couldn't take it personal.
How come you didn't want an explanation from me?
I think that I did, because I was like, hey, let's talk. But I think when I didn't get the response, I was like, it's not my job
Yeah.
to continuously need an answer. It is my job to live my life. And if I get an answer, that is amazing. If I don't get an answer, that is amazing. But it is my duty to myself to continue to live my life.
I've noticed that about me, is I always want to know why.
Yeah.
Because I'm a curious person.
And just being a human, like obviously
Yeah.
we want to know, especially
Yeah.
like younger, when boyfriends would break up with us, we'd be like, but why? You know, what did I do? And it's almost, for a second, you know, I could have been like, well, why? Like, could I have, like, it's just, for me, it wasn't like, well, why? It was like, this is what she needs right now. I'm not going to, and being like, in my life, I had already gone through so many, like I had already gone through a really big relationship breakup, being with my son's dad, where I was just like, I can't allow every single fallout to break me.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Like, you kept the momentum. Like, I feel like whether you're going through a breakup right now or something that's like heavy, keep going. The worst thing you can do is not do anything.
Exactly.
Because the
you
more
have
you
two
go,
options.
Yeah.
You stay here, or you go up and become the next version of yourself.
Yeah.
That's how I've always kind of envisioned life. But I think that's kind of what was happening. Like, my life is going to continue to go on, right?
Like, you can't process for years. People in the healing atmosphere can feel like, I just need to do more work. I need to process more.
Yes.
No, just go do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Process along the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like, you
Yes.
don't need more healing. You need action.
Yes.
You go take some
Yes.
action. Take the implementation. Apply.
Yes.
Do the fucking thing.
Yes.
Don't, like, you could have prolonged this podcast for years. I'm not ready yet. I'm not worthy yet. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's your story. Just saying, right? Like,
I mean, this is my third round of doing a podcast, but like,
right.
it was those rounds that then put me in this position where I was like, I'm going to take this so freaking serious now. And now look where we're at. Look where we're at. And I will say too, like, there are people who you can go through and do the work, right? And you can go through and you can experience things. But if you do not take a moment to actually feel your emotions, all of the emotions that you've experienced through your years of life, not even just emotions or experiences, but the weather affects your stress.
Yeah.
Your food affects your stress. The relationships with your family, the things you watch on TV, everything affects your stress levels and your trauma. And it continues to build and build and build and build and build. And if you don't take a moment to breathe, to learn to do the work, to integrate the work, you're going to explode. You're going to be a sick human being. Like, actually, not a sick-minded human being, like, ill.
Yeah.
And in any of my times since leaving my son's dad, I've always tried to experience the emotion in the moment that it was happening. So if I would have just been like upset and mad about our relationship, like, I probably would still be upset and mad, but I allowed it to happen in that moment, like right then and there. And so that I didn't hold on to it forever. I also got like extremely sick after that and like had to literally release like every toxin in my body.
You're really good at that. Like, that's something I've noticed about you from being your friend, is you're really good at allowing yourself to process in the moment.
Yeah, it sucks though. Not gonna lie, like, it sucks.
It sucks, but I think that's the best thing to do.
It does suck in like the most positive way.
Yeah.
Because it's like sometimes I just wish that like I didn't have to feel the feeling.
Yeah.
But I know if I don't feel it like right then and there,
Yeah.
it's just gonna
Linger.
eat me alive. Yeah. I'm gonna be walking around like a hunchback, just full of emotions.
And I feel like the more you allow yourself, because, right, this is this is emotional mastery work now, right? So the more you train yourself to allow yourself to feel it in the moment, the better you get at doing those things, and the quicker you can move on from things.
Yes. Yes. My chi, or like, are you familiar with Gene Keys?
No. I've
Well,
heard
I'm
of
not
it.
like, I can't verbally tell you all the things, but
Yeah.
I know that I'm Gene Key 38, and I am humbled by like my life lived experiences. Like it's my duty to almost like, and I could be totally butchering this, but like share the lessons that I've learned through my lived experiences. And you just saying like, oh, you're really good at like feeling your things. Like thank you. It's my life's purpose.
You're like 10 minutes ago, I have anxiety. Do you want to process? Yeah, I'm feeling it. Like, okay. I know we don't have to revisit that again.
No, yeah, like I do. I really try to like do things right then and there in the moments,
Yeah.
if I can, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not gonna just go full into a process if I don't feel like comfortable or safe, but we really try over here.
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah. Okay. Why do some people grow huge audiences while others stay invisible?
I feel like the answer is so similar to all of these. Why do people grow big audiences while others stay
Invisible.
invisible? I believe one reason is because they don't feel worthy or they don't feel safe to be seen. Something happened to them in the past where being seen was unsafe. Being seen as your authentic self was unsafe. Performing on a stage was unsafe because something happened. Doesn't mean you were performing when you were younger on stage. Maybe you were just in front of your friends and you took out your sweater and an underwear fell out of your sweater because of the washing machine. It happened to me.
Oh.
Yeah, in cheerleading practice. And so every time I pull out a sweater, I'm actually still very self-conscious.
Oh
I'm like,
my
I hope an underwear
gosh.
doesn't fall out. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's not that serious. Yeah, it is. So yeah, I believe that. And then there's also another part to that, right? There's the person who's like, I'm the center of attention, and they start to go viral. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I believe people who are real, because we all know that one person who's like obsessed with being the center of attention, even at someone else's wedding.
Yeah.
They need to be the center of attention. I don't know if that's the healthiest thing. So what else is there?
Right. Where else yeah.
Are you wanting to be seen so bad because you weren't seen when you were younger? And is that where the virality is coming from?
Yeah. So many things that you could be learning from that. And how can you just use it in your, like, the healthiest way?
Yeah.
So juicy. Do you think that people can feel when someone is disconnected from themselves online? Like,
I think some people can.
Yeah.
Not everyone. I feel like disconnected people can't really tell when other people are disconnected.
right.
And there's levels to it.
Or like someone who does have a huge audience, do you think that their audience can tell when they feel disconnected from themselves?
If they usually show up when they're not disconnected and then they show up disconnected, yes. Do I believe they always say something? No, because I believe a lot of us women have not been encouraged to listen to our intuition and believe that it's
Yeah.
true because we feel it.
Yes.
And then when the thing happens, bam. Like I have certain clients that I work with very closely, and I'm like, I recently actually just closed something down in my business. And I told a few of my clients who are going to this next level, and they're like, I felt that. And I was like, they knew. They knew.
Yeah.
They felt it and never said anything. Not that I'm mad at them for that,
Yeah.
but they didn't say anything. Isn't that crazy?
But it's also like they're choosing to work with you for a reason. And you're
Yes.
teaching them these lessons, not even lessons, but like actions
and teacher and coach, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, is you're teaching, you're being vulnerable. You don't have this fear of your clients leaving you or thinking you're not smart enough or not dumb, dumb, whatever. They're actually loving that part of you. Like the world needs more vulnerability. The world really needs that. When I'm vulnerable with my clients, they love it more and more and more.
Yeah, because you're a real human.
Yeah.
You have a real human. You've just mastered the technique of teaching others how to live their best.
Yeah.
Because you're actively doing it.
And people see as they do, not as they're told.
Yes. It's a living, breathing representation of what's possible for them. And it's beautiful, my friend.
Yes.
It is beautiful. So we have this really fun thing that we do on the podcast. It's called Ruin the Room Moments. So I'm going to ask you these questions, and I don't, say the thing, right? Say the freaking thing.
Okay.
You ready for it?
Can't get canceled this time, bitches.
No. Do you think, oh my God, do you think some women are addicted to burnout because it makes them feel worthy?
Yes. Am I just supposed to say yes or no?
Do you feel called to say yes or no? And if you feel
Okay.
called to say more into it, absolutely, please.
Okay, that one just yes.
Okay. Is hustle culture just socially rewarded dysregulation?
I don't get the question.
Is hustle culture just socially rewarded dysregulation?
Is hustle cultural? Okay, sorry, say it one more time. I'm getting it now, but say it one more time.
Is hustle culture just socially rewarded dysregulation?
I honestly have no idea. I don't get the question.
That's okay. So the hustle culture, right?
Yeah.
Do you believe that it is just people who are socially dysregulated? And hustle culture is their reward for being socially dysregulated?
Yes. If they're only leaning into hustle culture, absolutely. Because they haven't learned that it's safe to not only hustle. Because you can have both.
Right.
I have people ask me all the time, or I see people talk about it on the internet. No, fuck the girls, fuck the coaches who are saying slow down and sip your matcha. No, work hard. That's how you're going to get. And then there's the people in the comments. Can I do both? Yes, you can. And you should.
Yes, absolutely should. It's called balance, right?
Yeah. Everything is connected.
Can manifestation become another form of avoidance?
Yeah. Yeah. I think anything done too much can totally become another form of avoidance.
Yes. What's a hard truth people don't want to hear about success and healing?
There's not one way to get there. Just because it worked for someone else doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were going to say something else.
Yeah, but it didn't come out.
Do you want to take a sec? Or do you want to move on?
You want to ask the question again?
Yeah. What's a hard truth people don't want to hear about success and healing?
There's always another level. So there's always another level, and you have to give yourself the flowers. You have to give yourself the flowers. And brag a little bit. Pat yourself on the back. Celebrate. Because if not, you're going to keep running on the hamster wheel. What are you running for? What dopamine hit are you looking? Because once you get to the 10K, if you don't celebrate, what happens when you get to the 1 mil? Are you going to celebrate?
Ooh. Yeah.
Why are you doing this? I'm doing this. One of the reasons why I do this is to prove to my younger self that she actually can, because I was doubted my whole life. So I'm going to celebrate that I hit 10K. I'm going to, period.
Yes. Yes,
Thanks.
as you should. So a couple closing questions I have for you. What permission do women need to take in order to build success without losing themselves?
Allow yourself to be all parts of you. The fun, the sexy, the serious, the flirtatious, the vulnerable, the spicy. Maybe you're a little mean or blunt, but allow yourself to be all of it.
I love that. What would happen if women stopped believing they had to suffer to be successful?
We'd probably have female presidents. Nothing against the president, but I feel like we'd have more women in power.
Yeah.
And more than just presidents, like more women in business, more women really stepping into the higher, because, you know, you look at all the big things, it's all men. It's all men. The world was built for men. There's 24 hours in a day because that's a man's clock. We have the 28-day cycle, right? So the world was really built for men. And no hate to men, I love men. And when women are in power, I believe there'll be less wars, less school shootings, less a lot of things.
Yeah. Time will tell.
Yeah.
Time will tell. Well, thank you, Jess, so much for being on today's episode. It's been such a giggle fest. And
one more thing.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with triggering people.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with triggering people. Triggering, in my opinion, is a really good thing. And I lived in an actual spiritual community. Like when I lived in Austin, I feel like I was like deep in the spiritual community. Even saying the T word was like looked down upon. Like, don't say triggering or don't trigger people. You might trigger. When I believe it's a good thing because I'm actually mirroring something to you where you have an area to grow. So I'm actually doing my job.
Yes.
I'm actually.
It's not like you're doing it intentionally either, you know?
A nice trigger, right? I'm not like, oh, let me poke at that wound.
Right. If you're not like, oh, this is a trigger.
Yeah. Like it's a good thing. Like I actually look for mentors and teachers that trigger me.
Yeah. Because it also is like this thing that maybe you need to keep discussing, keep learning about, right?
Yeah.
I love that. I'm so glad you added that in there.
Yeah.
It's important that, and also like the triggering can just mean that like you need to have a conversation that you've been holding in, right? It's not, doesn't have to be big T trigger, you know?
And there was one other thing that I wanted to share. It was about one of the questions that never came through, but we were talking about having conversations with the source, right? Like instead of blasting someone or talking to the group of friends, instead of going to your one friend or whatever. I've been in situations where I've had business partners where we didn't have the conversation. And then I've had business partners where we come together, we have the conversation. That made our relationship stronger. That made the business stronger. And we learned a lesson that we were able to support, because the thing is, we're business partners because we're supporting each other.
Yes.
So I'm not just going to say, fuck you and leave you hanging. Sometimes you need to say, fuck you. But talk to the person.
Yes. Have a conversation. Get uncomfortable so you can be comfortable.
And that's what people avoid. I feel like people avoid the conversation because it's uncomfortable.
Yes.
When how are you going to grow?
You're going to, again, hold on to this feeling that you have that then creates tension, that then creates trauma, that then creates stress, that then creates resentment, and then makes you sick and ill.
Physically.
Because you didn't say what was on your mind. You didn't say the thing out loud. You didn't give yourself permission to speak your mind. You didn't live your life the way that you knew that you needed to live. And living your life can be how you speak to others, how you show up for yourself, how you have these conversations, how you dress, how you present yourself, the colors that you choose for your body. Like there's so many different ways that you can choose to live your life in your way.
And that person manifested it.
Yes. Yes.
You manifested the physical illness, the broken foot, the hair falling out.
It's all intertwined. It is so all intertwined. Okay, that was a great way to end it.
Yeah.
You feel good?
I feel great.
That was really, really good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of us.
Thank you.
You're 5. Well, Jessica, thanks so much for being on today's episode. I would love for you to share how the girls listening in can connect with you, learn more from you, work from you.
Yeah. So you can find me on all the platforms on Instagram, Jessica Tellian. I'm also on TikTok, all the things, websites, astrongeryou.com. My podcast is A Stronger You on Spotify and Apple Podcast.
Yay. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of Permission Podcast. If today's episode resonated with you, make sure to click like and subscribe. And if you would love to leave a review, that would be amazing. And it helps us share more of today's episode with other women who are looking to connect, to learn more about themselves, and to grow. See you next time.